The best piece of advice for me and those that match or complement my natal chart. Those that know will know. All right, so left side, I have Queen of Cups. Highly intuitive, highly receptive. They're just saying go with that flow. Keep loving yourself. Keep that cup filled. So there's no wagering, like when we look at our inbox, there's no wagering, like, how do I say it? Yeah, there's no wagering, like with any extras is what I'm saying. Like, upon the first meet, two meets, whatever, we're not going to give you a sip from our cup. Gross. You might have mono or some kind of like blistering, boiling thing going on there. For all I know, you went out to eat you got down with somebody earlier in the day. How the fuck do I know, you know? So anyway, this is the most prestigious, classiest form of that interpretation. On the right side, though, the doing side, no BS. This is being well lit, like the background. You see the backdrop. It's there's more focus or more awareness to the externals, our environment. Because some of that we know to be like a cliffhanger. Some people don't want me to say anything. And some of it to be like quite malleable, like sandcastle territory. So instead of it being like castle in the clouds, it's castle in the sand, is what I'm feeling like here. In fact, her robe looks like stained glass, but like cloud-like. So this is, in fact, behind this, especially with this in tow, in action, this is the Queen of Swords transitioning to the Queen of Cups role. So it's applying those skill sets to this new avenue. So it's not just getting stuck in your head, no longer getting stuck in your head, no longer like having the sternness of cracking the whip, though still having the capability of doing so, but it's also like softening that tone, because you deserve that. You deserve to live life in its soft hues as well. So there's that. Going from logic to intuition, comparing notes. I know this, I came from that, etc. Okay? Still no loss of love, because we see Cupid right there. Uh-oh, what's happening? 20% battery. All right, one other thing, though. Do you like my shirt? Oh, my God. Let's tell on Tina. Oh, my God. Okay. My sister gave me this shirt a long ass time ago. I must have been like 17 or something. And you know how you characterize people like, oh, are you an emo girl? Are you punk or whatever? And I used to be like a skater simp. I think I still am. I'm trying not to be. I'm trying. I'm trying to like breathe between intervals. But yeah, that's kind of embarrassing. Anytime I see something like that in that avenue, I oh my gosh, I'm sweating. Stop it. Nothing can get to me. I told you I'm untouchable. Okay, anyway. So, best advice for this solar eclipse, new moon energy in Virgo. So I already gave you a little hint to that. Virgo is my rising sign, and you know, my sun sign is Gemini. So let's start off with that. Okay, so best advice. I want to know for me and my kin. So what came first is King of Cups, and it's like it was partially reversed, but also more so inverted, and it fell on top of the no bullshiz. So this dude is all about no bullshiz. So the reason why it was slightly in reverse, it was It was undercover. It was undercover. You can't see me. Yeah, it was undercover. So, he knows. Oh, look. So, this also can be like a healer type of energy. Okay, what's here? The Hangman, Page of Cups, and the Hierophant. Oh my. What's going on here? Best advice. Okay. Okay, so if we're going to look in like just plain Jane, like this is a 5-minute read term kind of thing, I'm going to say that you just remain objective, bring the vibe, and set the tone. Set your standards. That's what it is. These three. 125 or 512 is an angel number here. Kind of like a sandwich. This is a substantial sandwich. Let's say people are walking around with hors d'oeuvres and you're like, oh, I'm quite hungry. I'd like to head for that because everybody's like, you know, grabbing the pickings, you know. It's like, instead of doing the sampling, I need to get to more substance. And so you aim for that. Okay? That's what it's saying here. This is also somebody that's a well-respected leader that isn't like a gimme, gimme, yes, man type of energy. No. I mean, just because they're like softer tone and bringing the vibe, like quite delightful, it doesn't like say, can we be best friends type of energy. Yeah. This is more like, I stand for, the truth, the, you know, word, spirit of the law, but what else? Yeah, there's something about that there. Anyway, why did we get this? Okay, is this a single energy? Multiple. It's multiple. Multiple in this three? Or single? You're saying multiple. See, this, clarifies that? No, this is separate. This is separate. Okay. On another, somebody is getting tongue-tied. On another note, there's someone that is like a watcher, a protector, you know, for but this is like the counterpart energy. Like, whatever you're manifesting, I'm watching your back. Look. Oh, well, when you look at it, it's more like that, okay? It's like that, okay? Whatever you're manifesting, just know I got your back. Because there's these energies that look quite respectable, you know? Great. But, like, you know that people can turn, at any moment, like when you have to challenge someone's character, their morals, etc. So that's why this person is here. Yeah. Anything more? So, what else do we want to say about this? Okay, so best advice, though. I mean, again, this is paying attention to your surroundings, awareness of it, because there are others that will, like, that are very, you know, conscious of it, as well. There's some that are well fortified. Like, this is, like somebody that can, like, get close to somebody by being like the class clown, or like making a lot of jokes, like some, like, you know, that homie that's like really funny but like a little goofy or whatever. There's something more about where his comedy carries through in like his game. So that there's that too. And there's people that, like, you know, will work on you know, like their like a sense of entitlement sometimes, like that may be their weakness as well as their minions, like what they can do, like, you know, this abusing their power. So we're looking at like all of these things that can that are like, what do you call it, can be like areas to watch out for, areas of concern. Because some people may be very well practiced to the point and like cover themselves, disguise themselves with certain arenas, certain contacts in order to portray a certain vibe, a certain identity. And so this person, counterpart, is very cognizant of that. So if we're looking at best advice, other than being aware of our environment, it's also knowing that there's like a certain proximity, which is magnetizing, naturally magnetizing other energies that may be a yay or nay. So, but these are psychics, you know? These are psychics that kind of know of each other. It feels like holy crud, but yes. 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 So they kind of look out for each other. Let's see, no secret to the sauce. Oh my gosh, for sure. They are practitioners. So me and my kin, like of direct birth chart, mirroring, if not complementing, we're practiced. But it's not like so stern. It's kind of like disco kind of energy. You see? It's like as above, so below, kind of like that kind of energy. So it's like he gets up and he gets down. Yeah. Okay. And again, the cup is very much highlighted here. It looks actually larger than the sword that's closer to him. So let's say this is a practitioner that has come in, that has been in a variety of forms of like has come across a lot of obstinate forces, a lot of fighting, a lot of feuding. And so this energy has become more adept in their fighting methods. So this energy can be more like direct. They can fight in close combat with this like smaller like more like a dagger, sword, whatever. And very practical as well, because the pentacle is kind of like small to medium size in its usual display. I don't see anything. Oh, look, let's see. Chariot card. So it's time to go. It's like it's time to get going. Okay. Also, okay, time to get going. But this is like a gamer energy, because look at the pixelated, energy. Like it looks like a cutout of some pixelated like video game. So this is a kind of adventurous. This is interesting. This is quite playful. Okay, so this is nice. Okay. So things are feeling a lot more light, safer, and therefore, like, we can acknowledge our role, our placement within our environment. So this is not just someone that's well managed, but very well practiced, has a sense of humor, and can still engage in playtime and still let it show. Like, there's no fear in how this person is perceived, because they enjoy, video games, playtime, board games, whatever. Because that if you try to cross this person, there's something about, like, again, close combat. Like, I don't X that off that table, is that okay? So the other thing about, like, this law thing here, law thing, oh my goodness, they wanted me to say it, is that, like, if you have to engage in something legal at this time, just let's simplify it. Let's simplify all the complex thoughts, feelings, and whatever behind it, and intuitively know that your strength is to be objective, be in the vibe of, like, be in a good vibe. when you're doing it. Now, this is a little bit of a stretch of your boundaries in expansiveness, your own personal growth, in saying like, we're not just aiming for, what is it? Not complacency. What is it? When you are gonna play along and be nice. What is that? Oh shit! It begins with a C though. It's not cordial. It's I think maybe cordial is the word for this. Like being proper with your vibe. So not overgiving. Compliant? No, it's civil, you know, like that kind of energy. So it's more than that. This is there's a certain word for it. What the heck? Anyway, last words. Again, a big old cup here. So in practicing, like, you can engage in that. Just address it down to the basics of what you are good at, without looking at the details of what makes you tick. That's what it's saying. That's a general view of like what deems success for you, like in the outcome. Okay. Okay. All right. Anything else? 16:42 on the clock. Bloop. The High Priestess in reverse. Okay. Is this the dark? Or is this more of like personalized objective? Remain objective in your practice, or undercover. Undercover connections. Undercover connections. There is initially dark High Priestess energy around, but we don't give it that much power. It's like a toddler throwing a tantrum. That's what they're saying. So this is something about, like, while you're acknowledged to be very intuitive, if not psychic, that's because that's like a rep here. This is a reputation here that I'm seeing here. But okay, 10% battery. But you see the flow of the garb, very much the same. So there's underground psychic connections that are building, that are meant to hold discretion. Is this cult? Energy cult? Yes? No. No, not this time. Okay. So, underground connections. This is private info. What do you call it? Privileged information that's coming through. Okay. Oh, look at the follow through right there. Yeah, so a lot of people are experiencing like havoc. For me, this is I'm gonna say havoc. Like, a lot of bills need to be paid. Like, when I told you like 2,000 needs to happen now, like in 9 days or 10 days, it was very much true. That's just to cover like the very bare minimum of the roof over my head. And so there's like, we have a leaky faucet, or several. I only got one repaired. But I don't think I get the same person in, because I don't like people like fishing into my energies and conversating about topics that they have no business in, you know? And then offering advice and trying to, no. Like, that's way too much energy and info. So, yeah, so the last couple months ago, the bill was over a couple $100. I set a payment plan for that. And I was like, okay, great, great, great. And then this, you know, nightly job thing just didn't, like, there's politics in it. In that evening gig that I had. So they kind of like, it's a game. It's kind of like a dating game, but it's a lot more complex than that. Hi. Jersey, that's not the topic for me today. If you want assistance, just drop me an email and then I can address it there. But that's not my focus right now. Um, mm, Thanks for your interest, though. Um, yeah. So there's a lot of politics. Like, there's a lot of obviously some sex offenders. There's people that have come out of jail. There's a lot of addictive personalities. There's a lot of stuff that goes on there, including like trafficking and, you know, selling of, you know, materials that are non-consensual to, you know, release, etc. And so there's just a lot of stuff that happens there. So I didn't quite make the bills as like that was the impression that was provided. Everything's like scheduled. There's gosh, I that'll be a separate pocket to talk about, okay? But yeah, so then this past month, an additional $300 just on the water bill, so it's like I'm $500 deep just on the water bill. And then the electric bill also, there's some weirdness going on in my house. There's nothing extra that's going on, but it's like the bill is up like double time. Couldn't make the 24-month payment plan on that like I thought I was going to. Great, okay. And then, you know, HOA, um the debt collectors from previous, you know, payment plans that I was trying to make. And so like all these things happen, and then the repairs on the garage, like other repairs, like I can't put my car in my garage because it's been, you know, damaged for over a year now. And so that's how I got my parking tickets. And you know, just like all this stuff happening. So it's like I'm trying not to like drown in that kind of energy, because I know that a lot of the stuff that's happened and are accentuated are by external forces. So I just have to let things play out. And I don't know what that means for me. It's kind of like it gets maddening when you know what's happening behind the scenes. Oh, let me plug in my phone. Well, thank you, Jersey. Jersey, I hope you heard me on the first, you know, thing. So you just gotta message me or something. I'm not doing that here. But I appreciate your compliment. Okay. Holy crud. Okay. Can you do it like this? Oopsie. Can I? Oh, shoot. Can you do it like that? It's hot. Okay, so yeah, all those things are happening, and so you let karma play out. You know, I just know that I'm protected in certain arenas, and so I don't know, things tend to balance out. So I trust in the universe. The universes have my back. All right, so best advice for me and those that match or complement my natal chart. What you want to say? What you want to say? Oh, first off, what do you want to say about what I just said? Angels of love and light, my expanded divine panel of the infinite eight. What do you want to say to me? So with all of that, I can't say like, oh, I've, had, the tower moment in reverse, like really shitty, gnarly, horrible times. Because, I've been through worse. This is just, like, it's gotten to the point of, like, excess. Yeah, it's gotten to the point of extreme excess in, like, things weighing on me financially that, like, what are you gonna do? Like, does somebody expect me to, like, unalive myself? What do they expect me to, like, drown out my misery in, like, certain vices? Like, what is the end game there? Like, what is, like, I'm just curious, like, what does this lead to, you know? So, like, you kind of, like, don't have feeling towards shit like that anymore. And then you just weigh out the days, like, okay, well, nobody died today that I cared for, and so, I don't know, like, what do you want me to do? How am I supposed to feel? Like, I'm tired of being angry about it, and I wouldn't say I'm jaded, it's just like, it just seems like something is happening, and it's outside of my control at this point. Like, I'm doing all that I can do, and so, as I'm doing the things that I can do, it sparks this creativity, like, I made more stuff. Like, I went through, like, this dry spell, and, all of a sudden, as of last night, I started making stuff, and it was just, like, on and on and on and on, and, it was no judgment, so, I don't know, something happened. It was a key, turnkey, so I can't be mad at that. It broke some kind of spell work. I don't know. So, slay. Oh, see, look at all that stress. Holy freaking moly. Yep, a lot of stress. So one thing that I must note that in these, like, pop-up, like, live things, is that I was guided to make a note so that there's no confusion that, okay, how is it worded? If you steal from me, whether tangible or intangible, you also steal from my ancestors, my guides, all those that help me out beyond the veil, and the practitioners, the potential practitioners of what item that belonged to, like, so the penalty for that is, ranges from severe to dire, and you must know that. Okay, that's what they wanted me to tell everybody. So I'm gonna have a little sign that says that, and it, people that get it, and they will not be offended, but those that, yeah, you just gotta let them know. Don't leave it up to assumption or confusion or, like, telepathic, oh, I didn't get that message, oh, I didn't get that in the mail. No, you got it, it's right here, and put it out there, because I don't need this, this kind of energy. I already noted, out of, I don't know, maybe a dozen pop-ups that I've done, that 2 of my items were stolen. At least 2 of my items were stolen. One was one of 2 that were meant for, like, a plant mom. It was supposed to be a duo, and I'm pretty sure the person that questioned that, she left it on. Yeah, I know it because I just know. I know. It was very specific. And then the other one was another pair of, like, rosary earrings. I think somebody wanted to duplicate them, or I don't know what, but the white one done with sunstone, that was stolen too. So I know the particular venue that I'm going to be at today, nobody stole from me there. And my initial one that I did in Long Beach, like the very first one that I did, nobody stole from me. They're physical items, but energetically, they stole as much as they could. Yeah, that's crazy. So anyway, I just thought I'd, note that, okay? I'm going to go ahead and put this in reversal so I don't got to worry about it anymore, okay? Okay, so what does it cut into? Peace. Yes, peace. Okay. Calm, chill, good. So the 9 and the 6 of swords, 15, that's the devil card. Like what is it? I mean it. Oh, you know what I heard? If I ever said I fucked your bitch, just know I mean it. But they mean it, like in how I would mean it, in having to, you know, create disciplinary measures, follow through with them. So that's the devil card hidden in plain sight. Like, I absolutely mean this. My guides absolutely mean it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Lazy on the bottom of the deck. Knight of Cups in reverse, which is like, I'm not joking. Like, again, I'm not playing. That one, those two. Oh, look at the devil card. Oh my gosh, look at this. The devil card right there. I think that's the 6 of Wands right behind it. But then I saw this also turned up over here. I don't know what that was. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's talk about this part first. Okay, what is this? On the bottom is 9 of Cups. All right, so looking at this, the kind of like nostalgia card, the jaded card, and devil card in reverse. So like, this is not to exhibit like power and control or whatever. This is more like, just, if it's not clear that I am not to be walked all over, okay, or taken for granted on tangible and intangible items, I do not condone that behavior. That's said in a very nice way, like Mary Poppins. We do not condone that behavior. But if you want to pull the ghetto bitch, that's where we left. Queen of Swords energy. So 6 and the 4, that's 10 of Cups right there. Maintaining your sense of happiness. Good vibes with the appropriate people. This is also looking at particularly what Spirit is offering you personally. Like, don't give a shit what anybody else says. Look at what Spirit is offering you. And so there's even though these like cups look upright, it's kind of like empty. It's like looking at like an array of people, like suitors, let's say, whether male, female, whatever, non-binary. They're like, they look good from the outside. Their body bag looks good from the outside. Their personality, whatever. Their charm. They're like, their natural suave way, and like not just like from party atmosphere, but also socializing. There's like a suave energy about it. But like inside, those cups are empty, and they delight in just in having that empty cup. It implies both knowing that they don't know how to say when, but they also like they do as they please. They like whenever, wherever. Yeah, that kind of energy. So it's realizing those cups are very empty, shallow. Empty if not shallow. And so Spirit's presenting you like, oh gosh, I didn't know, like Spirit is a bartender, like, oh, I did not know that you were served like, like the fake tray of food. We had a rookie in here where somebody, I don't know, they were like doing drugs, like snorting shit and like drinking in the back, and they served you the plate of like fake food thinking that it was real. You know what I mean? That's that's what they're saying. Okay. So this is preservation of the 10 of Cups right here. Overall, the vibe, looking at the reality of the outskirts. And so, like, I don't control people. We just see how things play out, okay? And this goes from not just romantic, but also, like, what I was just talking about, financially speaking. Okay, that's, so the happiness part there. Yeah, we got that part. Oh, wait, we were going to get to the, what is it, the King, or Knight of Wands facing the Swords energy, Three of Swords. Oh, look. Okay, so there's like disruption, like static in the background. Look. So it's like moving confidently, like in the amidst the like deck, like I'm just like moseying on along, minding my own business, doing like just I should be confident in myself, regardless if there's a +1 or not. Like there's no my only it's not my only ambition in life to is just to like link up with somebody, you know. I just like move around confidently, regardless of what. Like I'm going to the grocery store, da 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 da. Okay, so anyway, you'll encounter interface. It'll be stark in its impression after understanding this energy, the emptiness involved. You'll know, like, obviously, Three of Swords energy, heartbreak, that kind of impression. And what is that caused by? The King of Swords in reverse. Somebody that's highly oh yeah, who doesn't really follow through, you know what I mean? So it's like somebody that's inconsistent, but it's structured to be like that. Like it's meant, the system is meant to fail. And so that's the automatically built-in escape route, the exit plan, they don't even wash their hands, like they dust off their hands. So this is like people who like fuck around, like, I don't know, with their day shift girl. And then, and then they don't wash up, and then they fuck around with the next girl. That's what that is right there. It's easy, sleazy, beautiful cover dick. That's what it is. That's what it is. But like it could be, girl as well, whatever. But this is sizing it up correctly. It's people like who are faking it, like I am a star. I am, these they fake it through like these affirmations when they don't, like, words only mean so much, Okay. So that's what they're saying there. It'll be very, very obvious. So do not worry about like making those rookie mistakes in your life, whether that be like partnerships or love or even contractual, because the King of Swords, there's like in reverse, there's like a hesitation, like there's some trickiness to some kind of lingo or terms. There's something about that that's like that's their MO, Five of Cups. So this is graduating or life experience with these like episodes. Yeah, so then what I was thinking is more like looking at these scenarios like an I Love Lucy episode, so it's kind of like that, like you can laugh at it a little bit, but like, oh, they're getting themselves into trouble, that kind of energy. So you look at it objectively, and so taking Spirit's cup, you follow through here. So this is like the miniature kind of tower moment, like things are going on. It's not like the greatest feel goods, but you're managing through it, like, whatever happiness you can manage, and it's non-relative to the externals. This is just built from within. So you show people like what true star energy is, originating from the center. And yeah, so then this is the follow through, like the miniature tower moment. That's the top of the deck. Okay, no secret to the sauce. So people can see that you're going through it. Okay, so as far as the best advice, it's like people see you going through it, but for the most part, there's a lot of respect in here that's built in, where you don't have to question your place, like if it's degrading, because it should, from what it shows me here, you're elevating it, like developing it, like there's growth, not just expected but projected here and seen. So as far as on the outskirts of reputation, you're either like at the bare minimum maintaining it, like if like holding position, if not amplifying like a better reputation. And so Six of Pentacles, what's in reversal here? What is strength? Yeah, so there's some I don't know. There's something about like, is this like weak sauce on receiving? Hold on. I guess so in like critical eyes, but with the Queen of Wands in reversal here. Oh, so having to say goodbye by gold diggers. These are gold diggers, like practitioners that are gold diggers in hidden in plain sight. Oh yeah, there's hidden in plain sight. Oh my gosh, gold diggers. Normally I would get like Queen of Pentacles in reversal as the as a gold digger type of energy, but no, with this prefacing it, like this is non-reciprocation. So this is like me, give to me, and they're not strong. You know, you could tell the energy, and they're weak sauce. You see, complete weak sauce. This is somebody that rides by, skates by with just their looks and like fuckery. Like, yeah, look, her pussycat is right there, for sure. So everything is seen, yeah. So like what you said goodbye to is like legit. People are like saying, yeah, I would do that too, because look, like it's a huge burden. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put that there, what everybody else is seeing, that acknowledging that as a burden. And they try to crown themselves as the empress, like I'm not just hot, but like I'm the best. Yeah. And some of that has landed them some opportunities, but like that's opportunities where they get passed around. There's so many, like there's 3 people here. Yeah, this is the whole, yeah, this is somebody that they got passed around for sure. Yeah, Flo, like this is like gang bang cum shot kind of energy. Like that's what that is. That's her. Holy smokes. Okay, so as far as like the best advice and insight, just know that there are energies out there that are trying to claim their stakes at like power by any means possible. And so all the more reason to looking at the Empress here. This is the first time that I noticed it. Like the P and the R are really prominent here. So something about like public, okay, so public relations, okay, so this is like publicity. Oh, this is kind of like energy where like people have no shame in what they're doing. So it's like, even if it gives them like, okay, I hate to use names of celebrities out there because they're people too, like I don't know them, but like, okay, the impression of, oh God, I don't want to say names, okay, this is where like the it's like toxic reality show energy. Yeah, like whatever gets me in the spot. Oh yeah, what the heck. Just know that there's energies out there like that, and not to question the validity in having to follow through and saying goodbye, because having to deal with this energy is so much more cumbersome than having to go with the follow through. Yeah, like let's say you're in a long-term relationship and you know that there are fights that fluctuate over money, whether or not you have a job, whether or not you're a supportive partner and rub their feet, rub their back, like, and don't get that in return, and you're investing like your 4'10" muscle power and energy on somebody that's over a foot taller than you. And just like it's how do I say it? So looking at things like with these arguments, how do I say it? You know that the exhibition of control can fluctuate in terms of wealth. So whatever you seem to understand as valuable, whatever you identify with as valuable in an array of sorts, the fights fluctuate to note that they are the ones in control of it. So that's a variation of masculinized gold digging energy. I wouldn't call it a gigolo because it's less of that like hustling type of energy. It's lazy. It's a lazy version of it, you know? It's like, it's guilt tripping. It's making you like, it's getting really angry over like, oh, I got a deal on like a $5 dress. Like I remember I got it so like, oh my gosh, it was so embarrassing. People could hear someone yelling through the phone while I was like having to take their multiple calls, doing overtime at work, trying to make room for that call to be yelled at for a $5 dress. Wow. So, I love myself now. I love myself a lot more now to understand that that was yucky. Yucky. So, that's a different variation of lazy gold digging, you know, masculinized energy. So as far as like best advice, it's just, these are just dropping insights like the extreme behaviors and just like a glimpse, like, oh yeah, confirmation 2020, not so much in hindsight view, like it's still kind of there. And we can't like put names on it because this is an energy and it may revisit you in different, you know, forms. Just to like further assert yourself in fortifying what you already got going on independently. All right, temperance, things are in flow. Okay, last bit, because it's like 45 minutes in now. That one, Ace of Wands, look at that. So we're on an expedition, a funky expedition. What is that song? I don't know. It's a funky expedition. Anyway, this is a huge boost of creativity. Like I told you, like I was like, okay, I do this, I can do that. Once I got that money situation thing out, like it's like becoming more detached about like the present situation or how it has been for a while, and like diving into like, my kids don't deserve this. Like they've already been through enough. They shouldn't have to like excuse like a birthday present or like Christmas or like, you know, they shouldn't have to consider the 360 view of these quabbles, you know. They're like, you know, innocent bystanders. So once I got like that final, like, you know, like I seriously tried. Okay, I'm not giving up. I'm just saying. Okay, I tried the formulas. I did this. Okay, so you can no longer feel anything more about it because you've already gone through that checklist. So with that weight out of the way, you know, that deep dive into like this abyss of thoughts and you know, this arises. Like, ta-da! Clarifier for that is, look, Page of Pentacles. It's an investment. So like, ta-da! I made something! Yay! So it's kind of like a larger than life scenario. You see everything is miniaturized in the background. You know, it's kind of like Beetlejuice, 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 I did it! Larger than life. Okay. So, it's like getting yourself out of like this box, this impression of what the neighborhood is supposed to look like. And you're just supposed to be like this little piece in it. No. And it's time for you to shine, okay? So, no people here that I see. So I'm going to do 3 takeaways for myself. Takeaway number 1, Page of Wands. Start it. So something has been pitched. You made something, like knock it out of the park, Tina. You can do it. Okay. Second takeaway. Death in reverse. Transformation. The crowd goes wild. They did not expect this rookie to hit it out of the park. Let me get a clarifier for that. Ace of Cups. Yeah, oh my gosh, victory. This is like, dude, right? Yep. Yes, I like it so much. Okay, my third takeaway is Knight of Cups in reverse. You've got to hide your love away, yes? Some of that, yeah. You know, being in a position of power, you have to have like some sort of like RBF, like a variation of RBF. You can't reveal your cards too like quickly, especially if you're a lady like me. You really have to, because people will take advantage of it. Like, oh, okay, that inch looks like a mile to me. It actually looks like the whole 9 yards. Yeah. So you kind of have to be, this is not just objective with your love, but like you gotta keep some things under wrap. You gotta pace yourself, Tina. Okay, clarifier for that is the Star card in reverse. Yeah, like when you pace yourself, you don't just hope for something better. You just know. You're like putting your light on reserve, your shine on reserve. So it's not like, because you know how guys talk, or how people talk. You're like, oh, yeah, I hit that, you know? Like it was like it was easy, you know? And so, like in that scenario, I could care less about what people think of me. But here it's more like just knowing that people like want to kind of like just dip into your energy, like knowing like I had a piece of that, you know? So it's just like nah, like knowing, because you know how like, okay, like I can be a guy friend, like it doesn't hurt me when I've heard people talk like this. And for a long time, I thought it was like just joke, you know, it was just like a joke, you know, just guys, you know, just talking. But when you actually see that happen in real life, and you see the, like, what is that song? Liability. Like when their tricks don't work anymore, like something like, I forget how it says it, but you know, it's just like a commodity type of energy. When you like acknowledge it at that, whether you're male or female, whatever end you're on, this is a type of energy where you can acknowledge like you're just being used. That's it. You're just being used. So just knowing that, it's just like, especially when you become an all-star and you knock it out of the park, the crowd goes wild, it's unexpected, you get this like claim to fame. Like it's not just like, oh, this like building of like of an applause. This is like a full-on roar. The stadium, like you could hear it from another stadium, that kind of uproar. Of course it's going to bring all kinds of energies, especially as people don't want to tap into it. So you got to hide your love away. Yep, I sized it up correctly. Fantastic. So there are future plans for me. You know, I have other things in mind. Driving back to the Emperor, holding something from 3D minimalistic version, or, you know, 2D flat, to a 3D form in the Emperor's hands. Look at that. You got it, Tina. Like, it doesn't, you don't have to wear your Emperor's suit. You don't have to be around like a huge crowd. You're like standing on like the penthouse level of your like castle of your empire. So like, you know, again, mind your own business type of energy. Look, so it's forfeit like the gameplay, the pissing contest, and the one where you're wagered to like who can get with that, you know, with this person, you know, like that kind of energy. Yeah. So just standing in your own kind of energy rather than filth. Yeah, this is good. It's good. I like it. Okay, thanks very much for all donations provided in and of light and love that reciprocate equally and therefore abundantly. Appreciate it. But now that this reading is officially over, I call back all my power, energy, essence, gifts, strength, properties, passions, essence, Yeah, all of that. To pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit for cleansings, for blessings, for reformatting to love and light energy, and to be refortified in me. Let me ask free, no doubt, and no attachment, except for all bonus points included. Thanks so much. Upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas too, assisting with the sequence of rollout in light and love. I close the portals in this reading now. How do I do it there?